David Frost says our assessment is that agreement can be reached in September, and we will work to achieve this if we can. The UK's chief Brexit negotiator said on Thursday that a free trade agreement with the European Union could be agreed in September, as Ireland's Prime Minister said a landing zone for the deal had emerged. British and EU officials meet in Brussels for the 7th round of trade talks next week after a fortnight break following 5 weeks of intensified negotiations. David Frost said, "Our assessment is that agreement can be reached in September, and we will work to achieve this if we can." Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, has set an end of October deadline for the trade deal to be finalised, which is supported by influential member states such as Germany. Ireland's Taoiseach, Michael Martin, met Boris Johnson for talks on Thursday in Hillsborough, Northern Ireland. See video below. He said both sides knew that they needed to avoid the economic shock of a no-trade deal Brexit after the coronavirus crisis. If a trade deal is not agreed by the end of the year, the EU and UK will trade on far less lucrative WTO terms. "Where there's a will, there's a way," he said. "It seems to me that there is a landing zone if that will is there on both sides, and I think it is." A Downing Street spokesman said. The Prime Minister reiterated the UK's determination to reach a deal. Much still remains to be settled in the negotiations, including the thorny issues of fishing rights and the level playing field guarantees, in particular over state aid rules. Mr. Frost said, "The UK's sovereignty, over our laws, our courts, or our fishing waters, is of course not up for discussion, and we will not accept anything which compromises it, just as we aren't looking for anything which threatens the integrity of the EU's single market." The last round of negotiations yielded some progress, with both sides making concessions after months of deadlock. The UK accepted EU demands that the future relationship be governed by one overarching framework rather than separate deals. The EU has conceded that the UK will not abandon its insistence that the European Court of Justice has no role in future relations.